Hi there everybody, I hope you're doing well. Happy Imbolc, of course. I'm recording this on the 1st of February, new month, so white rabbit, whatever you might want to say, but happy Imbolc. I'm wearing green, I'm embracing that goddess and Saint Brigid energy, and I thought I would just pop on here and provide a quick collective reading using the Spirit Song Tarot. So there is that essence of green within that deck as well. I'm smiling because where I am, I'm currently in a bit of a secret location, but there's traffic outside and a car was obviously just out there at the traffic lights and playing Bob Marley music quite loud. So that just made me smile because it was that energy of joy that you get from listening to that sort of music. So hopefully conveying that through the medium of technology for you today. But yes, whatever you're doing today, embrace it. New beginnings, new starts. And also I have launched my astrology services today. So check out details on my page. So you can find me at the Goddess of Neptune, at the Goddess of Neptune on Instagram, okay? And there will be special launch offers coming out later today. There's lots going on at the moment, so I'm being a typical Pisces at the moment. It's sort of here, there and everywhere. Got to try and ground the energy in today, but absolutely, you know, pleased and humbled and proud to be able to offer those services to you, because from my perspective, it's all about helping you discover the key that's within your soul's blueprint. And yeah, hopefully we can achieve that together and do wonderful things. So if you're interested, if that resonates, check out the details that's going to be coming out in due course. And of course I'll be doing more readings on YouTube that focus on astrology as well, to give you an insight into what I look into. So that will all be coming soon. So without further ado, I've already set the intentions using the Spirit Song Tarot, of course, messages from the pure white light as always. For Imbolc today, what does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Have a look. That one wanted to pop out. Oh, that's very interesting. More green, the Hanged Man. This is Piscean energy, of course. It's looking at things from a different perspective. So you may be being asked to look at things from a different perspective. And often when we do that, we see things that we haven't seen before. So there could be an element of needing to do that. And of course, in this position, the Hanged Man, or the insect in this case, is upside down. So you are literally looking at things from a different perspective. We'll see what else comes out, because there could be an energy of feeling stuck, because what I'm also seeing is a circle there. So it could be that there's a bit of feeling stuck in a cycle. Let's have a look. What do we have for the collective? Thank you. The energy is all over the place today. Oh, wow, that's why. Awakening, another major arcana. Okay, this is Libra energy, because this is certainly that enlightenment. It's the Judgment card. This is saying renewal as well. So this is all about renewing ourselves, and a perfect opportunity to do that, as I was saying, because it is Imbolc. It's the 1st of February, it's the start of a new month, and it allows you that chance when you look at things from a different perspective to then recognize what you need to do, and you awaken to that. There's almost a judgment call within your soul. You align with your soul's truth, and then you can take the necessary action towards your renewal as a result of that enlightenment. Powerful energy coming out, because of course that's two major arcana straight off the bat. Let's see what else we have. And this is of course general reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try and make things fit. That one flipped. Wow. Ace of Acorns, Ace of Wands. Check out that majestic creature on the card there. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. There is that focus that's needed, because the Ace of Wands is very much about sort of new opportunities, and again, new beginnings. Aces are new beginnings, but sort of new start of, right, I am passionate about this because it's Wands energy, and this is what I want to go in the direction of. I've seen things from a different perspective. I know what it is I want, and I have awakened to that, and I've allowed that judgment call within myself, within my soul, aligning with my true soul essence to take the necessary action, because wands is all about taking action as well. It also symbolizes to me that Aries energy, so that could be significant for some of you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Yeah, that one wanted to fly, thank you. There was 2. Okay, 3 of shells, 3 of cups, and 4 of shells in reverse. So first of all, what I'm feeling from that is there's almost this kind of this sense of harmony and celebration that comes from the 3 of cups. And the 4 of cups, when you think of the traditional tarot, it's kind of a cup being handed from the divine, an opportunity for emotional fulfillment and happiness. And the divine is saying, do you want to take it? And there's usually somebody sitting against a tree, not even looking at that cup, because they're almost too in their head, they're not in the heart space. And it's, do I want to accept that gift or not? A bit of a sort of nonchalant way of being, disinterested, but that could be because of pain of the past. You know, there's 3 other cups, maybe there's been sort of, you know, pain of the past, and we've got 3 of cups there, interestingly. But that is often why we can't see those opportunities that are there right in front of us, that spirit is guiding us towards, because we're too caught up in the pain of the past. So what this is saying to me when I look at it is almost that energy of that celebratory energy, that joy, and that emotional fulfillment that you can get from being around kindred spirits, kindred souls, soul family. You've got that opportunity, but are you actually going to accept it? Or, you know, is there something that needs to still be healed within to allow that, because it's all to do with emotional fulfillment. So there needs to almost be some kind of recalibration or reevaluation. Also, we go from the 3 to the 4, but the 4 is reversed. So that almost feels like a step back. Just that was what was coming through to me as well, because what we want to see is the progression of it and being in the upright, but the 4 was in reverse. Now, the good side of that is it could be, oh, now I've finally seen that gift that the divine was trying to offer me. So there could be that, and the step back, to use that term, even though we're always moving forward, you know, when you think of it like that, it could be that metaphorical sense of, I've needed to take a step back because I finally realized what the divine was trying to offer me, and now I need to actually look at how am I going to take the necessary action towards this new beginning that I've always wanted, but it's only now from seeing things from a different perspective that I've been able to truly recognize what the divine was trying to offer me all along. Part of my soul family, my emotional fulfillment, and so on. So that's beautiful energy when you think of it like that. And I know from my own personal circumstances that there has been a lot of change recently. And I'm sure if it's resonating for you, you've been feeling that as well. So there's been a lot of change in the air, and that has involved those that we're connected to. We've had to maybe release connections of the past once and for all in order to move forward, you know, to free up that energetic space, to make space for the new, and to actually then connect with members of our soul tribe, kindred spirits, kindred souls. And that brings that joy and abundance, because they're part of our soul family. We recognize them, there's remembrance. But you see, what has happened in this situation is that there was a cup being offered to somebody. It could be you, could be someone else. A cup was being offered to somebody of emotional fulfillment relating to soul tribe connections, but you or the individual involved might not have been able to have seen that cup for what it was because of being tied up in pain, needing to heal. And it's only from taking a different perspective and awakening to that, can that action be then taken to kind of move full steam ahead in the direction of what's divinely intended. Okay, let's just see what the advice is. Let's see what the advice is. the shadow in reverse. I think this speaks for itself. And this is actually what I'm feeling from this is actually stepping out of our shadows. We've had to go through shadow work, and this is now movement out of that. So the advice is to make sure that you've done the necessary shadow work, that you are fully empowered and healed from that, because that ties into this opportunity. Okay, let's see what else. That one flew a bit. Queen of Acorns, Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is also that action taking, because it's Wands energy, it's Acorns energy. And it's having that drive, that inner drive to go on that path of which you know is right for you. And you see the glorious sun beaming there in the background, supporting, and it's almost like a glow up actually. So there is that glow up feeling going on, and that is because of going within and doing that shadow work. So don't get caught up in gender or anything like that. This is nothing to do with gender. Don't attach a gender to this card. This is just saying it's the essence of the Queen of Wands, but equally as the King of Wands, you know, they're both sovereign beings and they know what they want and they go after what they want. So, you know, the Queen of Wands is also very creative. So using that creative passion, that spark within to go after what you want to go after, because you've realized from doing the shadow work, seeing things from a different perspective of what you need to do. We've got 7 of shells, because that then opens up many options and opportunities for you. I don't feel from this there is that illusion or anything. This just feels like it's an opening up of opportunities around, and then it's almost taking your pick. What I'm drawn to actually on here, this is amazing synchronicity from spirit. What we've got here is we've actually got, because on this deck it's obviously shells, but it's cups energy. So we've got 3 shells or 3 cups that side, 3 that side. So it's very balanced in that sense. You know, the path is gone forward. Think of the Queen of Acorns on that path forward, along with the Ace of Acorns, along with the ram. I don't know if that's a deer, and then it's obviously a ram, but they're on the path forward, and they've got these opportunities, you see, of connecting with soul family, 3 of cups, 3 of shells, and it's in a very balanced way. And there's that 1 shell there, you see. So between the 4 and 3 is obviously the 1. It's that 1 cup that the divine was wanting to offer all along, and it's here. So you can see here that it's not seen. And also another message coming through is that it's leaving the painful cup in the past, but instead it's moving towards those opportunities that the divine has been trying to hand you, that you can now see, because the path is clear forward, but it opens up the options. So it means that you've got ample opportunities ahead of you, because you've done the shadow work and you're aligning and attracting with other people, with other opportunities, because of doing that work. So it's very powerful. When we can do that, you know, we then attract more opportunities and abundance to us, and we can magnetize our energy in order to manifest in what we desire. Okay, let's see, do we have anything, the final message, that one? Yes, so we've got Shaman in this deck, which is the equivalent, number 5, to the Hierophant. So this is very much that spiritual wisdom, spiritual leadership. Yeah, so it says divine wisdom on there. So very much that enlightenment that comes from, as I was saying with the awakening card, the judgment card, that enlightenment that comes in. And also you see there's a bird here, and that is also that sort of higher up perspective, because the bird takes flight, can see many more things than we can see on the ground. So that is also taking a different perspective. So definitely need to enlighten yourself by aligning with your truth. Okay, anything else? And I've only got a couple of decks with me where I am, so I have been traveling. So I won't be able to pull any oracles to support this, but I think this message speaks very clearly for itself. We've got the 4 of Feathers in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. It's recognizing when you need to take the time to actually rest and recalibrate, but also that feeling of, okay, the shadow is in reverse, So if you've done the shadow work and you're coming out of that, that's also recognizing you're coming out of that rest and recalibration phase because of the awareness that's opened up, and then you're ready to move forward. And on the bottom, 9 of feathers, 9 of swords in reverse. Yes, in order to release the stress and anxiety, the sleepless nights, the overthinking, swords energy, feathers energy in this deck. So it's all about moving forward in order to get to the position where you want to get. Okay, so hope that finds you well. What I will do is I'm going to take one card from the Druid Craft Tarot, because of it being Imbolc, okay? And we'll see if we've got a final message from this deck that Spirit wants to relay to you. Okay, so what do we have, please, from the Druid Craft Tarot? It's a very cumbersome deck. It's difficult to shuffle. Let's see what we have from the Druid Craft Tarot. Thank you, Spirit, so much. Right. Wow. Yeah. Something has to end in order for this to come about. So going back to the beginning of saying it is the 1st of February, it's a new month, it's Imbolc, it's that kind of new beginning. It's a restart, it's a rebirth. That comes after we've gone through a period of healing, but it comes after the ending of something that often triggers that healing, because, you know, we recognize this has got to end. This is not doing me any good. Close out of a cycle, whatever it is. The healing can take place. And that's when that enlightenment comes in as well. Enlightenment can lead to the healing because you recognize, okay, I've got to go within and do this for my own well-being. But something certainly needs to end here with the 10 of Swords in the upright position. This is saying enough stress, enough overthinking. It's time to start anew. And it could be as simple as closing out the cycle that is the negative thought patterns, because that can keep us stuck in a bit of a pattern and a bit of a loop in terms of actually, you know, just tying ourselves up in knots with overthinking, often because of experiences in the past. But with the shadow in reverse, as we saw, and recognizing that a different perspective is needed, when you look at those situations from the past as lessons and taking the wisdom from those and moving forward, applying yourself, using that wisdom, then you've gained a lot from those experiences, even though they might have been painful. And that is why, you know, this is depicted in that way, because it's like, how many more swords in the back? So it's very important to recognize that something needs to close out if this is resonating for you, because the divine has wanted to offer you a cup of emotional fulfillment that you might not have been able to have seen, because let's face it, when this is going on, we often can't see the good things around us. But from going within, recalibrating, taking that moment to embrace the shadow, what does the shadow want to teach me? Doing that shadow work, coming out of it, different perspective, judgment call on the soul, I've aligned with my truth, and then taking the action with that wands energy, acorns energy, to move forward in the direction that's divinely intended for you. So I hope that finds you well. On the bottom is the 2 of Swords in reverse. So do not fear removing the blindfold and seeing things for what they are, making the choice. Again, it's swords energy. Don't get too caught up in the head. There's a need to feel into the situation, and I'm wearing green to remind you to feel into the heart space. But a choice may need to be made, a choice that you know. This shadow work, going within, closing out a cycle, you know what the choice is. The choice could simply be to close out a cycle or carry on the loop. You know, it's however it resonates for you. But there is emotional fulfillment here. We've got major arcana energy, and we've got positive energy in terms of movement forward to take action. But there does need to be some recognition of growth through the healing process, and moving away from stress, and certainly spiritual enlightenment. Very powerful energy to have in the reading, the Shaman card or the Hierophant card. Okay, so I hope that finds you well, and I'll be in touch soon with more details about the new services I'm going to offer. But in the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at Lifting Consciousness Coach. I've still got that page at the moment, and at the Goddess of Neptune, which is going to be for all things astrology. That's going to be the new community. I was trying to merge both pages, but there was an issue in terms of changing the usernames on Instagram. So I've left it as it is. What will be. And yeah, I hope this finds you well, and take care, and love and blessings. Happy Imbolc to you.